Hello everyone, Onerous here with another episode of Let's Learn Factorio together. So, last episode we sorted out our iron, and this episode I want to see what's going on with this steel. And one of the big problems we have is this iron mine over here. It's quite small. There's some room for some more miners. Loading time is pretty low because we haven't got stack inserters. Yeah, these are all iron chests. Okay, there's a fair bit we can fix up over there. So let's go and do that. So let's grab some stack inserters. Let's make up. Ooh, nope. Let's try that again. Let's get up to 50. We will want some electric miners. Really need some more logistics slots too, but we really want that rocket silo. So let us get some electric miners. We'll just grab another stack of those. What else did we say we wanted over there? I think that was the lot. If we just make those stack inserters for faster loading and chests for holding more, and then we balance, we'll probably put in a balancer here. I think that would be a smart move. We could upgrade the miners' belts, but each of these belts actually only has enough for, well, it doesn't even fill a yellow belt anyway. So that's enough throughput to actually get into here. So we might try and fit a balancer in here, just so that we don't get these ones backing up and this one here not going. Alright. So that being said, I think we have everything we need to do that. And let us make our way out there. So with the steel, that is what is slowing down our science, which is why we really need the steel here. Yes, as we can see here, we are getting pretty much 0 electric furnaces. So that is why we are desperately trying to get it going. All right, let's jump in the car. And let's go have a look at the problem. Alrighty. Here we go. So, first of all, let's populate some more miners here. We've got the old pattern here too, but that's alright. I think we'll survive with that. Alright. Where are they going? Going down some walls. Alright. Cool. So we'll feed this one in up here. Now somehow we've got to fit a 4x4 balancer here. And I don't think we're going to have the space to fit it acrossways. Let's plot that out. So this is what we need. Yeah, and already we can see we're out of space. All right. Keep on going. Good old turrets. All right. Let's just can that, and what if we try and fit it in sideways? If we do it somewhere here, we just need those 2 lanes to come up, and we should be able to that's not right. There we go, that's it. Alright. Oh, what is going on? Oh, look at that. I thought that gap was big enough, and it looks like it is. We better get down there and fix that up ASAP. Alright. Let's try not to run into our base. Is there a spot where we can sneak through here? Nope. No, there is not. Okay, we're through. Oh god, what have we lost? We haven't lost anything yet. And looks like the bots are just repairing like a boss. Alright. There we go. Okay, so let's quickly just pop down another one of these right about there. There we go. Where is that coming from? Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Alright. That will plug that hole. That was a... I thought about it when we were building that. Oh, sorry guy. Let's pick you up. There we go. Alright. Yes, I thought that might be an issue when we built that, but didn't do anything about it. And paid the price. Alright, we'll go around the base this time because we're not in a rush to get back here. Although I do want to fix this up sooner rather than later, because obviously our production of all things in the base has stopped. Okay, we need something there, there, and there, and like so. So you can get to there. You'll actually need to go up, I'm afraid. So you can... that's not going to work. That pole, I'm sorry, is definitely in the way. Is there enough space? Yes, there is. Alright. Not the most aesthetically pleasing design, but there we have it. Alright, at least the output is significantly more straightforward, and we'll have to go out and something like that, just to keep it in line with our other designs. And you are like that. And you are like that. Alright. So there we have our 4 belts coming in. I don't think it's really going to help specifically too much for that. Maybe. Alright. Let's upgrade these. Again, I feel like that's pointless when we're only getting 4 yellow belts in, but we'll see. And finally, we want stackers to load the train much faster than we currently are. Alright. And the other thing was steel chests to allow more of a buffer. And we didn't get a steel chest there. Excellent. Okay, so with all that done, we are looking good. While I'm here, I'm just going to pop some lights down here. And one there. Alright. Now we had to sort out this guy's power. There you go. Looking good. We're tapping it all. Alright, let's see what happens this time. Should be much quicker loading. Oh yeah. Alright. It's going to really kind of depend on this back one, whether he's got enough in him to fully load this guy. Yes, excellent. Alright. I feel like that was much faster than before. This train is quite slow though. We could add a second locomotive. I don't know if the push at the back is actually... oh, we don't have a locomotive on us. That's okay. And, okay, yes, I just saw it here too. We can put some stack inserters here to speed things up further. Alright, that is speeding along a little better. Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was make what little iron we are getting here, which is actually looks like nothing. It does, doesn't it? Let's turn our roboport off. Looks like those miners are done, you're done, you guys are done. Yeah, there's really not much left in this patch. That's alright, we'll take out what we can from it. So you guys are done. These guys are all done. And those two. Alright. So, how many miners do we actually have here? I don't want to get these ones in. So that is 30 and a handful more. So there's really only one belt here. And we will use that, I think, like so. And feed that into our steel as a preference. So that's one steel. That is the second steel. Input priority comes in there, and yeah, so that is feeding that steel there. Excellent. Okay. So we should get a constant supply of steel from this smelter, from that iron ore, at the very least. And then as it comes in, we will get more feeding in here. Hopefully, with the increased throughput, we'll see better iron ore here. So let's see, how's this train going? Yeah, definitely much quicker. We're still lagging. I think we are gonna just not have enough output from these guys to actually fill this train. So the question remains whether we want to half fill or drop some carriages maybe. I think what we're doing is still the most efficient way to do it. This just ticks down as the other one ticks up very slowly now. Could prioritize these ones, but again, these guys just have very little in them. Yeah, it's a tough call. I think we're at about as good as it's going to get now for this section, and we really need to focus our efforts down further on the iron down here. We could convert this iron into a couple of steel smelters maybe, but I think for now we're actually getting some steel. So what I want to see is how our science is going. Alright, because that is our focus now. We really need to get that rocket silo up so we can get to the aim of this playthrough, which is just to launch a rocket. Alright, steel. Still not really using much now anywhere else, because our sole focus is on science. What else is actually using steel down here? We've got this mall, which we want to keep. If we actually go output priority left here, does that totally kill the steel? Let's have a look. It's using up a fair bit of it. We don't actually need this many though, do we? And you know what? That is a huge problem. I think this is the reason. This is what the real reason, isn't it? Alright. If can't believe we've done that. That's been taking all the stone furnaces. Let's set it to 100. There we go. Okay, disabled, and now we are way back into business. All right, and this one's letting some through. Having some balance issues though. I'm gonna turn the output priority off on that. I think that'll be the big difference. Alright, so now purple science is back up and running. What is going on here? Okay, here is another issue. It looks like we have swapped sides on the belt for some reason. Alright, so I want to kind of want to keep that now, which is a little bit annoying. We need to swap sides on both of these belts. Alright, so let's get the yellow belt on the inside. And then we need to get the purple on that side. Alright. Man, that is not not the most efficient way to have done this. But I think that's going to be our problem. You know what? I am not happy with that because realistically this is just so simple. It's just that, isn't it? Alright, now we get rid of this. And now we suffer for our sins, as it were, by having to pick up all this science. As you can see, yeah, the purple has kind of been stuck in the middle. Let's get rid of all that. Alright, let's keep coming with this yellow science. And alright. There we have it. Okay. Now just to get rid of a couple of these. And these as well. Okay. That is much better. Whew. What are you not getting? Military? Yeah, you're not. Look at that. Oops. There we go. Let's get you some military and some blue and back up and working. Alright. So while I think about it, we did aim everything for 1 a second, and these take 60 seconds to use, so we could actually increase our supply of these. Do we have enough to maybe handcraft a few of the... gosh, I've forgotten where they are. It's been so long since we made... There we go. Okay, we can make another 14. Yep. I am going to extend this with some handcrafting. Lovely. Okay. So these guys are looking good. Is our copper ratio not right? I know you're getting the copper coils you need. Are you? No, you're not. What have we done wrong here? You're outputting them as fast as you possibly can. and you're outputting 2 every half second, so 4 a second. You're using 4 every 6 seconds, and we have 6 of them, so that should be the perfect ratio. I wonder why this one is struggling. It's like, yeah, just not quite the perfect ratio we had hoped. And there you go, eventually gets going. Alright, oh that's okay. Pretty sure we're not limited on input or output. Yep. Oh well, that's something to think about, but the ruminations lasted long enough to almost have a few labs done. The other thing I wanted to double check on was our blue circuits, our processing units. Because as you can see, the green circuits aren't getting far enough up. And the reason I think for that is each one of these needs a bucket load. And we probably should have put green circuits on its own belt. So with that in mind, that is what I will do, and bring up these reds somehow like that. Now how we actually get these in, we could bring reds up the outside. Let's shift all that one across. And then do some jiggery pokery with this guy. There we go, of course. And then we will have a bit of a break there. And cross like this. Alright. And then we'll bring a full build of red circuits, which is not necessary at all, but it means we get our full belt of other circuits. Now what has happened to red? Alright. Red is just not meeting supply very well. Okay, green circuits are also struggling, of course, because we didn't have that many of them, but now at least they're maxing out no more than half a belt. So we haven't really achieved anything. Our constraint is we just don't have enough green circuits. Before I forget, I better make sure they can actually work with the red circuit input. There we go, and last one. There you go. Alright. So let's go put down these science buildings and then think about how we can boost our green circuits again. I'm not sure, honestly, if we have the capacity for it. I think copper is going to be quite the limiting factor. Alright. Let us copy that whole thing. And hit it with the upgrade planner, actually. Just so we're not using yellows for this for now. Alright. Let's do that. And that. And that. And that. How many do we have in our inventory? Is that all of the ones we crafted? I think we did 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I don't remember where they sat in our inventory. Oh, we've still got 5 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we must have had some in storage. Alright. Let's just keep it going then. Drop some off. Looks like we have used them up now. Alright. So we don't need these guys. And of course our yellow belts are actually getting put in, but that's fine. These throughput of these is not amazing. So we are obviously, we've maxed out our purple science limit, but our rocket silo is back up and running. So while we wait for that, there's two things we want to prepare for. First of all, let's have a look at our tech tree. We will need to be making, we need to launch a rocket. I'm not even sure. I assume we need rocket parts, so we will need fuel, control units, and low density structures. Control units need processing units and speed modules. So we do have to, like, increasing our blue circuits is kind of the key at this point, which means increasing our green circuits. So let's see if we can find some space to run our green circuits. We are, I wonder if we can use this area here. What has happened with you? There we go. Use this space here to get some copper and iron up, and then we can build out here maybe. I think that's probably the best we'll be able to do. Let's get rid of that. Let's go over here. I'm pretty happy with this this arrangement. So I'm going to copy a section that doesn't have any splitters. That, perfect. All right. And we want that away. That means if we can bring up 2 lines of copper and a line of iron, we should be okay. Alright, let's go. What was that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So this will max it out on one side. And then while this is not exactly correct, that is pretty good. We'll just need to put this the other way. And make sure these inserters are right. They are all wrong way around. So we will, iron will be coming in here. Yep. Now, can I just, no I can't. Alright, let's swap them all. Still quicker than manually placing it, I think. Alright, now there is a setting in, let's just stop that blinking. There is a setting, I think it's in interface, show inserter arrows in alt mode. Let's just use that. I don't particularly like it because it gets really busy, but we'll just check that everything is pointing the right way, and it sure is. Alright, I'm going to turn that off now. Alright, so all we need is 2 copper, and a green output as well. We'll sort that green output somewhere else, won't we? Alright, let's get rid of these. Sorry, Alt D. There we go, let's get rid of these. Alright. So you're going to go to there. You are going to go in there. And you, the final copper, if I could ever move the mouse straight, is going to go in there. Alright. And then our output needs to magically go somewhere else. I'm going to... No, that is not what I want to do. Yes, that is what I want to do. That is much neater. Alright. Let's see, where are we coming to? Coming to that line there. Alright. Slight deviation there. And alright. So how are we going to do this? Fortunately that happens. So this copper needs to go there and another one there. Alright, so we need to balance before both of those. It's not going to be anywhere near enough, is it? But we can work on increasing our copper supply, as is the way. At least we will get a little bit more green circuits this way. Whether much copper goes down here, probably neither here nor there really. What do we miss out on? What are we building there? Oh, low density structures, yeah. We are definitely going to need to increase our copper supply. That is a problem for another time. We do have a few easy to reach copper sources that we can feed back into the bus. At least steel looks like it's going all right. Yes, we will. We'll get some more smelting for copper, and maybe think about having a dedicated copper and iron train. I think that's what next episode will be, because we need a whole heap of low density structures to get this, to get these rocket parts. I don't actually know how many rocket parts we need to launch a rocket, so I also just noticed we need concrete. That will be... What do we need to make concrete? I think it's water and something. Where is concrete? Is it in... Here we are. We need iron ore. How interesting. Stone, brick and water. Well, that's going to be another little challenge. Is there anywhere with iron and stone close by? Iron and stone. That is our only stone supply at the moment. Okay, this is probably what we'll do. We'll put in some mining here, and take it down to this. We'll use some of this for steel. Yeah, we'll figure it out next episode, I think. Have a bit of a think about it and do something to alleviate this massive copper issue. As you can see, we're totally draining this supply. That is all right. We will get going. We might need some stack inserters to actually have this. Okay, what is wrong with this train? Why is it not? Whoa, okay, we've got a real problem. We want to... Okay. I think what's happening is it got down to the bottom. It already had a full copper plate because we had left it there for a while, so it put in a few bits of iron. The ore meant the cargo of copper was greater than 4K, so it ran off to the other end. But when it got there, there's only like a handful of iron in there. That unloaded quickly. So we want to wait until one of these is depleted, but then we want to fill both of them up. I think this is the right right arrangement. And this has probably got something to do with our iron supply that was struggling too. So now we are actually filling up the train. Okay, let's just want to make sure this is actually running. And this will probably explain our lack of copper too. So copper may not be in such dire straits. Come on, trainee. Alright, that is much better. So they theoretically, as long as we're using it, they should unload at the same rate. Oh, evenly, that is, sorry. So all carriages unload evenly, so even though there's twice as much iron, it unloads twice as fast. And we are back off and running. Alright, I think that has fixed the problem. Zooms around the corner. Yep, and we are filling back up completely. Perfect. Alright, let's have a look how that changes the things. It does greatly. I am just going to quickly run down there and pop in some stack inserters for loading onto the bus, and that will be enough to call it an end. Whoa. Alright. Let's grab these guys. There we go. Don't really need it so much on the iron, but why not? We are at the point of the game where we're just powering those through. I should not have run through there. That was incredibly dangerous. Alright, so now we look like we're back to 2 full belts. And voila, rocket silo is researched. Alright. I am going to leave the research off now. We don't want to be using any more resources than we have to. So once the science packs back up, they won't then be drawing any more of our resources. Copper is looking much nicer now. Still not fantastic. These green circuits need to be hooked up, and then we are done and dusted, I think. Alright, we've got a lot of usage of green circuits down here, so I think if we just honestly just hook it up to the same line just to supplement it, we're probably going to be pretty alright. There we go. Alright. Because I don't think we need more than 1 lane feeding these guys. And we've got the tech for blue express belts. If we're finding that is getting choked, then we can do that. Alright. So we should see a marked increase in green circuits very shortly. And let's see how far up they actually reach. This is looking pretty good. We got 1 through to the top. Once these ones pick up their sort of first 40, we'll see. I think we're good. All right, we'll have all these guys going, which is 10 going. So that's 1 a second. All right. Whew, man, that was a long journey, and we got there. So let us spend next episode making all the things we need to make for our rocket silo. In particular concrete, which we don't have anywhere at all, and we need 1,000 of. So that will be fun, and I look forward to seeing you there as we get to the point where we're almost ready to launch our first rocket. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.